All right. We got the San Antonio Spurs versus the Denver Nuggets. Now, this is a series that's predictable, okay? These two teams have faced each other, I'd probably say 6 out of 12 times in a 10-year period in the NBA playoffs. Yes, you heard what I said. This team has faced each other 6 out of 12 times in a 10-year period of going to the NBA playoffs in the Western Conference. Now, the Spurs have beaten this team before in the past. And the Denver Nuggets are bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, they're younger, and they're hungry. And they made the playoffs, and nobody talked about Denver making it to the conversation. Nobody talked about Denver getting here. The Spurs, this is a team that have lost its superstars. This is a team that is past its prime. This is a team that has aging players that have played for almost 18 seasons with one coach. And not to take nothing away from the coaching of Greg Popovich, but it is time for the Spurs to break up this old team and create a new team. Now, they have already rebuilt the Spurs, but what I mean is that their opportunity of winning a championship is gone, okay? It's like an ex-girlfriend that you got rejected by in high school and college. You haven't seen this woman for 10 years, 15, 20 years, and when they come back, you can tell they're old, they're worn out, they ain't the same, they ain't what they once was in their prime, but now she wants to give you your 4 slices of grandma's apple pie. Except for one problem. You don't want them slices because it took too long. Well, the Spurs' opportunity is gone, okay? And even if the Spurs manage to win this series, it's going to take 6 games for the Spurs to win this series. Because it's going to be a battle of nutrition. It's going to be youth versus age. You heard what I said. It's going to be youth versus age. The Denver Nuggets, if they're going to win this series, they got to take it in 4 and 5 games. If I'm the Nuggets, take it in 5. If I'm the Spurs, the old aging Spurs, and I don't want my season to come to an end, and I don't want to go home in the first round, I'd rather take it in 6. Because the longer, or should I say, in this case, I'm going to do the reverse. The longer the series lasts, the better it goes in Denver's favor. So if I'm Denver, I'd rather try to end this in 5 if necessary. If I'm San Antonio, end it in 6, but that's wishful thinking. If I'm San Antonio, you might want to end it in 4 or 5 games. If I'm Denver, I might want to stretch it to 5 to 6 games because if you're younger, you can last longer. If you're older, you need to cut it short because you don't have time on your side. And the Spurs championship opportunity window has in fact closed. And this is something that Greg Popovich doesn't want to accept. The Spurs dynasty is over. There is no Tony Parker on that court to save the day. Ginobili is done. He's retired. There is no Tim Duncan. And Mark Popovich could help, but he's not enough. So, who you think really going to win this series? I mean, if the Spurs do win the first round and get to the second round, you might lose to a Portland. You might get beat by Houston. You might get destroyed by Golden State. So, who wants to see them advance to the second round and then get put out in the second round? So, I got to give it to the young team. They're the favorite. I don't see San Antonio winning the series. If San Antonio win the series, then you're going to lose in the second round. So I'm going with Denver on this one.